When a woman pulls away, most guys panic. They flood her with endless texts, obsess over what went wrong, and ultimately push her even further away. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script? A way to make her distance work for you, to take back control, and leave her wondering what she just lost. This isn't about playing games, it's about stepping into your strength and becoming the man she can't resist. Stick with me until the end of this video, and I'll show you exactly how to turn her silence into your greatest advantage. Ready to rewrite the dating rules? Type "I'm ready" in the comments now. Let's dive in. Welcome to the truth you've been waiting to hear. This isn't another nice guy pep talk. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. The dating world today is brutal. If you don't understand this, you'll get crushed. Women test men constantly, whether they realize it or not. And when she pulls away, it's not a cue to chase, it's a signal for you to rise. This video is your blueprint to becoming the man who doesn't panic, doesn't beg, and certainly doesn't lose his cool. You're about to discover the secrets that most men will never know, the tools to build respect, attraction, and curiosity without uttering a single word. And here's the kicker, by the time you finish this video, you won't just know how to handle her distance, you'll know how to make her regret it. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Why? Because the more you engage, the more YouTube spreads this message to the men who need it most. We're building an army of high-value men who lead with confidence, not desperation. If you're ready to step into that version of yourself, let's get to work. Number 1, understand the why. When a woman distances herself, your mind starts racing, doesn't it? You replay every conversation, analyze every word, and try to pinpoint exactly where things went wrong. But here's the harsh truth, it's rarely about one specific thing you said or did. Women are far more complex than that, and their reasons for pulling away are often rooted in their emotions, not yours. This isn't a bad thing, it's just reality. Today's dating world is ruthless. Ghosting, breadcrumbing, mixed signals, they've become the norm. Women are bombarded with attention, swiping through dozens of profiles on dating apps, scrolling through endless DMs on Instagram. They've got options, and they know it. So, when a woman pulls away, it's not because she's forgotten you. It's because she's subconsciously testing you. She's testing your strength, your resolve, and your ability to remain grounded when things get shaky. Now, the big question, are you going to pass this test, or are you going to fold like most guys? Think about the last time a woman went cold on you, didn't reply to your messages, canceled plans without explanation. Be honest with yourself, did you send a follow-up text asking what went wrong? Did you call her, hoping to smooth things over? If you did, you failed the test. Women don't pull away to hurt you, they do it to see if you're the kind of man who loses his composure at the first sign of trouble. Here's the golden opportunity most men miss, when she pulls away, it's not rejection, it's a chance for you to show her the man you truly are. But instead of recognizing this opportunity, most men panic, overthink, and chase, losing her respect in the process. Don't be most men. Be the man who understands the power of patience, silence, and self-respect. Because when you do, you shift the entire dynamic in your favor. Number 2, embrace the silence. Silence. The one thing most men fear when a woman pulls away. Your instinct. Fill the void with texts, calls, and desperate attempts to win her back. But let me tell you something, silence is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally. When you stop chasing and start embracing the silence, you send a powerful message. You're telling her, I'm not dependent on your attention for my worth. I'm confident enough to stand on my own. And trust me, this message will resonate louder than any text or call you could ever send. Silence creates mystery. It gives her space to think about you, to wonder about you, and ultimately, to miss you. And here's the kicker, people value what they miss. If you're always there, always available, always responding to her the second she texts, she'll never have the chance to feel your absence. But when you pull back, when you stop chasing, she'll start to notice the void you leave behind. That void is what makes her realize your true value. Picture this, you've been texting a woman for weeks. Things seem to be going well, until suddenly, she stops replying. Days go by, and you hear nothing. Most guys would send a follow-up text, like, "Hey, just checking in, are you okay?" Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. That text screams desperation. It tells her that her silence has rattled you, that you're unsure of yourself without her validation. Instead, do nothing. Let her sit with the silence. Let her wonder why you're not reacting. Trust me, the silence will do more to draw her back than any text ever could. But silence isn't just about not texting or calling. It's about how you carry yourself in every interaction. When you see her in person, don't bring up her distance. Act as if nothing has changed. Smile. Be confident. Keep the conversation light. This shows her that her actions haven't affected you, that you're unshaken and in control. And that's the kind of energy women can't resist. Ready to make her regret pulling away. Follow these steps, and you'll transform the way she sees you. Redefine your value, the ultimate key to attraction. Let's talk about something crucial, your value. Not the value she places on you, but the value you place on yourself. Here's the harsh truth: if you don't recognize your own worth, she never will. Too many men make the mistake of placing their self-worth in a woman's hands. They think, if she likes me, I'm valuable. If she doesn't, I'm not. This mindset is poison, and it's the very reason so many men struggle in relationships. Your value doesn't come from her attention, her affection, or her approval. It comes from you. Ask yourself, what makes you valuable? Is it your career, your fitness, your intellect, or your sense of humor? Whatever it is, own it. Lean into it. Women are naturally attracted to men who are confident in their own worth and who don't need validation to feel complete. If you're constantly chasing her approval, you're sending a signal that you don't believe in your own value. And if you don't believe in yourself, why should she? Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine two men. The first man is always texting, calling, and doing whatever it takes to make a woman like him. He's always available, constantly proving himself. The second man. Confident, focused, and unapologetically himself. He doesn't chase, he leads. He doesn't beg for attention, he commands it. Which man do you think she's more drawn to? The answer is obvious. But redefining your value isn't just about how you interact with her, it's about how you live your life. Are you actively pursuing your goals? Are you taking care of your health? Are you constantly growing and improving yourself? If the answer to any of these questions is no, it's time to make a change. Because here's the deal, women are naturally attracted to men who are on a mission. If you're stagnant, if you're not growing, she'll lose interest. But if you're building something, whether it's a career, a business, or simply becoming the best version of yourself, she won't be able to look away. This isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about becoming the best version of who you already are. It's about showing her and the world that you're a man of purpose, a man of value, and a man who doesn't need anyone's approval to feel whole. And when you do this, something incredible happens. Women will start to see you differently. They'll respect you, admire you, and yes, even chase you. Because a man who knows his worth is irresistible. Underscore 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 underscore. Build emotional fortitude. Master your emotions. Master your life. When she pulls away, it feels like a gut punch, doesn't it? Rejected, confused, maybe even angry. That's normal. But here's the hard truth: how you handle that moment defines everything. This is the moment where most men crumble, but high-value men rise. Why? Because they understand one crucial thing: they don't let emotions control them, they control their emotions. Building emotional fortitude is about becoming unshakable. It doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending you don't care. It means owning your emotions, understanding them, and channeling them into positive action. Think about it. How many men act impulsively the moment they feel hurt? They send angry texts, post passive-aggressive stories on Instagram, or worse, try to guilt her into coming back. These actions scream insecurity, and nothing kills attraction faster. So how do you build emotional fortitude? First, reframe the situation. Her pulling away isn't a personal attack, it's a challenge. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can stand strong even when things don't go your way. Instead of reacting emotionally, take a step back and ask yourself, what would my best self do right now? Your best self doesn't lash out or beg for attention, he remains calm, composed, and confident. Start practicing mindfulness. When you feel the urge to react, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this moment is temporary, but your actions have long-lasting consequences. Write down your thoughts instead of acting on them. Journaling is an incredible tool to process your emotions without letting them control you. You'd be amazed at how much clarity you can gain just by putting pen to paper. Here's a scenario: she hasn't texted you back in days. Your mind races. Is she seeing someone else? Did I say something wrong? The urge to reach out is overwhelming. Instead of giving in, grab a notebook and write down exactly what you're feeling. By the time you're done, you'll realize those emotions were fleeting, and acting on them would have only made things worse. Physical activity is another game changer. There's a reason high-value men prioritize fitness. It's not just about looking good, it's about channeling your energy into something constructive. When you're sweating it out in the gym, you're not thinking about her texts, or lack thereof. You're building discipline, confidence, and resilience, all of which make you more attractive. Remember, emotional fortitude isn't built overnight. It's like a muscle, it requires consistent effort to grow. But when you become the men who can handle anything with grace and composure, you become the men women can't ignore. Your emotional strength becomes magnetic, and suddenly, when she pulls away, it doesn't feel like a loss, it feels like a gift. Underscore 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 underscore. The art of patience, why it's your secret weapon. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's your secret weapon. In a world of instant gratification, where everything from food to attention is a swipe away, patience sets you apart. When a woman pulls away, she's expecting you to react immediately. She's waiting for the frantic texts, the desperate calls, the "what's wrong" messages. But when you do nothing, when you wait, you completely flip the script. Let's imagine two men. The first man, at the first sign of distance, starts bombarding her with texts. Is everything okay? Did I do something wrong? Can we talk? He thinks he's showing her how much he cares, but all she sees is desperation. Now, imagine the second man. She pulls away, and he does nothing. He doesn't text, call, or even acknowledge the distance. Instead, he continues living his life, working on his goals, hitting the gym, hanging out with friends. Which man do you think she's more curious about? Which one does she respect more? The answer is clear. Patience isn't about ignoring her or playing games, it's about valuing yourself enough to wait for the right moment. When you rush to fix things, you're telling her absence has thrown you off balance. But when you wait, you show her that your world doesn't revolve around her. And that's incredibly attractive. Let's be clear, patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It's active, not passive. While you're waiting, you're improving. Maybe you're hitting the gym and getting in the best shape of your life. Maybe you're learning a new skill, like playing guitar or speaking a new language. Maybe you're finally starting that side hustle you've always dreamed of. Whatever it is, you're showing her, and yourself, that you're a man of action, not reaction. Reaction. Patience gives her the space to feel your absence. Women don't appreciate something until it's gone. By stepping back and giving her time, you're allowing her to realize what she's missing. And trust me, if you've been showing up as a high-value man, she'll miss you. She'll start wondering why you haven't reached out. She'll question if you've moved on. And that curiosity, it's what draws her back. So the next time you feel the urge to act impulsively, remember this: patience is power. It's what keeps you in control, and it's what keeps her coming back. Prioritize self-improvement and watch your life change forever. Let's get one thing clear: the moment she pulls away is the moment you need to turn the spotlight squarely onto yourself. This isn't about winning her back, it's about becoming a man so undeniably valuable that she can't help but take notice. The best part? Even if she doesn't come back, you'll have crafted a life so fulfilling and rich that her absence won't even matter. Self-improvement isn't just a buzzword, it's a lifestyle. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you're not just increasing your chances with her, you're improving every area of your life. It all starts with your health. Hit the gym, clean up your diet, and get in shape. A strong, fit body is not only attractive, it's a symbol of discipline and self-respect. When you walk into a room looking like a man who takes care of himself, people notice. She notices. But it doesn't end there. Let's talk about your career. Are you stuck in a dead-end job, or are you actively working towards your goals? Women are drawn to ambition. They want a man who's going somewhere, who has a vision for his future. If you're not chasing your dreams, start today. Take that course, build that business, apply for that promotion. Show her, and yourself, that you're a man of purpose. And don't forget your mind. Read books, listen to podcasts, expand your knowledge. The more you learn, the more confident you become. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And nothing builds confidence like self-improvement. Now, let's look at a real-life example. Imagine she's distant, and you've decided to stop chasing. Instead of spending your evenings overthinking and scrolling through her social media, use the time to improve yourself. Go for a run, watch a documentary, or dive into a passion project. Every moment you invest in yourself is a moment she's losing the upper hand. Here's the kicker, when she eventually comes back, she'll see a man who's leveled up. A man who's stronger, smarter, and more focused than before. And that's the man she won't be able to resist. Remember, self-improvement isn't about impressing her, it's about building a life so fulfilling that you no longer need her to feel complete. And once you do that, you'll find that not only does she notice, but other women do too. Suddenly, you're not just a man she pulled away from, you're the man she's fighting to get back. Master your communication skills. Here's a truth most men don't realize, every word you say to a woman is either building her respect for you or tearing it down. Communication isn't about saying more, it's about saying the right things at the right time. And when a woman distances herself, your ability to communicate effectively becomes your most powerful tool, or your biggest liability. So, what do most men get wrong? She hasn't texted back in hours, maybe days, and you feel that knot in your stomach. You're desperate to reach out and fix things. So, you send a message like, "Hey, is everything okay?" She doesn't reply, and now you're really anxious, so you send another, "Did I do something wrong?" Still nothing. At this point, you're spiraling, and every message you send pushes her further away. Why? Because you're showing her that her distance has complete power over you. And nothing kills attraction faster than that. Now, imagine instead of bombarding her with texts, you do absolutely nothing. No messages. No calls. Not even a reaction to her silence. You carry on with your life as if nothing has changed. Then, when she does reach out, and trust me, she will, you respond with calm confidence and composure. Something simple like, "Hey, good to hear from you. Hope all is well." That's it. No desperation. No over-explaining. Just a man who's unshaken by her behavior. The key to mastering communication is understanding that less is more. Women are naturally drawn to mystery. If you're always an open book, always expressing every thought and feeling, there's nothing left for her to discover. But when you hold back, when you let her wonder what you're thinking, you become infinitely more intriguing. Here's a real-life example. A woman I know once told me about a guy she was seeing. "He never texts me first," she said, "but when I do text him, he's always warm and kind. It drives me crazy because I can't figure out if he's playing hard to get or if he's just genuinely busy." That's the kind of energy you want to create. It's not about playing games, it's about showing her that you're a man with a full, vibrant life, not someone waiting by the phone for her to notice you. And communication isn't just about texts. It's about how you speak to her in person, how you carry yourself, and even how you listen. Yes, listening is a form of communication, and most men are terrible at it. When she talks, don't just hear her words. Pay attention to what she's really saying. Women can sense when you're truly present, and it makes them feel valued and understood. Combine that with your calm, confident demeanor, and you'll create a connection that's nearly impossible to break. Reconnect with your mission. Let me ask you something, what's your mission? If you can't answer that question clearly and confidently, you've already lost the game. Women are instinctively drawn to men who have a purpose, a vision for their life that's bigger than any single relationship. If you're drifting aimlessly, waiting for her to give your life meaning, she'll sense it. And the harsh truth is, no woman wants to be the center of a man's world. She wants to join him in his world. Reconnecting with your mission starts with figuring out what truly drives you. What are you passionate about? What goals are you working toward? If you don't have answers to these questions, now is the time to find them. Because here's the reality, when a man has a mission, everything else falls into place. His confidence grows. His energy becomes magnetic. And suddenly, he's not chasing women, they're chasing him. But this isn't just about attracting women. Your mission is about you. It's about living a life that's fulfilling, exciting, and meaningful, regardless of who's by your side. Think about the men you admire most. Chances are, they're not defined by their relationships. They're defined by their accomplishments, their passions, and their impact on the world. That's the kind of men you need to become. Let's say you've always wanted to start your own business, but you've been putting it off because you've been too focused on your relationship. Now that she's distant, use that time to dive in. Start planning, researching, and taking action toward your goals. Or maybe you've always wanted to get in the best shape of your life. Use this time to hit the gym, transform your body, and build discipline. The beauty of reconnecting with your mission is that it not only improves your life, but it also changes the way women perceive you. A man on a mission doesn't have time to worry about why she hasn't texted back. He's too busy building his empire, chasing his dreams, and living his life to the fullest. And that kind of energy is irresistible. Women want to be part of a man's journey, but only if he's already moving forward. So stop waiting. Start building. Watch how everything, including her, begins to align. Expand your social circle. Now that you've focused on self-improvement, communication, and your mission, the next step is expanding your social circle. The more people you meet, the more opportunities you have to grow, learn, and connect with like-minded individuals who inspire you to be your best self. This is where your personal growth starts to pay off. When you're truly living your best life, people will want to be a part of it. Ready to take your life to the next level? The journey starts now. Expand your social circle, why it's essential to your value and attraction. Here's a truth no one talks about: your value isn't just defined by who you are, but by the company you keep. A powerful social circle isn't just a nice to have, it's an absolute necessity. Why? Because the people you surround yourself with speak volumes about your status, values, and confidence, and yes, women notice. Imagine this: when she sees you surrounded by friends who respect and admire you, it sends a crystal clear message. You're a man of substance, someone others want to be around. But if your social life is either non-existent or worse, filled with toxic relationships, it's a red flag. Women are drawn to men who are socially capable, who can lead a group and who have a life beyond just the relationship. Building a strong social circle isn't about having dozens of acquaintances, it's about having a few solid friends who uplift, challenge, and push you to be better. These are the people who'll hold you accountable, support you during tough times, and celebrate your successes. When a woman sees you surrounded by high-value individuals, her perception of you will skyrocket. But your social circle isn't just about friends. It's also about networking. Who are you connecting with professionally? Are you aligning yourself with people who can help you grow, learn, and succeed? Expanding your circle means putting yourself out there, attending events, joining groups, and meeting new people. It's about showing the world, and her, that you're not just a man, but a leader, a connector, and a force to be reckoned with. Picture this: you're at a party, and she's there too. Instead of spending the night trying to catch her eye, you're engaging with everyone, laughing, telling stories, and commanding the room. She'll notice. She'll see that you're not just focused on her, but that you're the type of man others gravitate toward, and that's incredibly attractive. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of community. Whether it's joining a sports league, a professional group, or even a hobby-based circle, being part of something bigger than yourself adds depth to your life. It shows her, and yourself, that you're not sitting around waiting for her to return. You're out there, living your life, making connections, and creating value. That kind of energy. Magnetic. Set boundaries, the key to respect and attraction. Let's talk about boundaries, a concept that's often misunderstood in relationships. Many men either don't set boundaries at all or set them so weakly they might as well not exist. Here's the truth, without boundaries, you're not just losing her respect, you're losing your own. And once respect is gone, attraction follows. Boundaries aren't about control, they're about respect, self-respect, to be exact. When a woman sees that you have clear, non-negotiable boundaries and you enforce them unapologetically, she'll recognize you as a man who values himself. And a man who values himself is impossible to ignore. For example, imagine she cancels plans last minute. If you just shrug it off with a smile and say, "It's okay, maybe next time," you're telling her that your time and energy don't matter. You're basically saying, "I don't value myself." Instead, handle it with confidence. Let her know, "I understand things come up, but I need someone who respects my time. Let's try again when we can both commit." That's how you set a boundary without being confrontational. Trust me, she'll think twice before pulling that move again. Boundaries also extend to how you spend your time and energy. If you're always available, always dropping everything to be there for her, you're not setting boundaries, you're erasing them. A high-value man prioritizes his own goals and well-being first. When you put your mission ahead of her whims, you show her that your life doesn't revolve around her. Paradoxically, that makes you even more attractive. Remember, boundaries aren't just about saying no, they're about teaching others how to treat you. And the women who can't respect your boundaries, they're not worth your time. The right woman will respect you more for having them, so don't hesitate to draw that line. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges to healthier relationships. Lead, don't chase, the power of confident direction. There's a massive difference between leading and chasing, and understanding this difference is what separates high-value men from the rest. Chasing is desperation. It's trying to win her over with actions that scream, "Please, choose me." But leading is confidence. It's about showing her, through your actions, that you're a man worth following. Women are biologically wired to be drawn to leaders. It's not about dominance, it's about direction. A leader knows who he is, what he wants, and where he's going. When you embody those qualities, women are naturally drawn to be part of your journey. Chasing looks like this: repeatedly texting her, trying to convince her to spend time with you, bending over backward to meet her needs while neglecting your own. Not only does this kill attraction, but it also puts her in the position of power, and no woman wants to feel like she's leading the relationship. She wants to follow a man who knows what he's doing. On the other hand, leading means making plans and sticking to them. If she's interested, she'll join you. If not, you carry on without her. Instead of saying, "What do you want to do this weekend?" say, "I'm going to this event on Saturday. You're welcome to join if you'd like." One is seeking approval, the other is leading with confidence. Leadership also extends to how you handle challenges. When conflicts arise, a leader doesn't get defensive or blame shift. He takes responsibility, communicates calmly, and works toward a solution. Women respect men who can handle challenges without losing composure, and that respect is the foundation of attraction. When you lead, you create a dynamic where she feels safe, respected, and valued, and that's the kind of dynamic that keeps her coming back. Inspire curiosity, keep her guessing. Curiosity is the secret ingredient to attraction. The moment she feels like she's figured you out, that's when the interest starts fading. To keep her engaged, you need to keep her guessing, not in a manipulative way, but in a way that makes her excited to learn more about you. Think about it, people are drawn to mystery. It's why we binge-watch TV shows with cliffhangers or get hooked on books with unpredictable twists. The same principle applies to relationships. If you're always an open book, always predictable, there's no sense of discovery. But when you add a little mystery, you become infinitely more intriguing. So, keep her curious. Keep her wondering what's next. That's the key to keeping her hooked and attracted to you. The power of silence, why every time she pulls away, it's your opportunity for growth. Let's face it, when a woman pulls away, it's not just a test, it's an opportunity. She's handing you the keys to your own growth, and most men miss it. They crumble under pressure, chasing her, losing themselves in the process, desperately trying to win her back. But not you. You're different. You're the man who stands tall. The man who embraces the silence instead of shrinking from it. You know that this moment isn't about winning her back, it's about winning yourself. It's about letting your actions speak louder than words. When you stop chasing and start leading, everything changes. You show her, and more importantly, you show yourself, That you're a man who doesn't beg for attention, doesn't seek validation, and certainly doesn't let anyone shake his foundation. That's the kind of men she can't forget. That's the men she respects. And that's the men you can be proud of. So, next time she pulls away, remember this: your worth isn't tied to her attention. Your power lies in how you respond. Respond with strength, with purpose, with unshakable confidence. Don't just react, lead. Don't just improve for her, improve for yourself. And don't just attract her, attract the life you deserve. If this message resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe now and hit that like button, not because I need it, but because you do. Every time you engage, you're helping spread this message to other men like you, men who are ready to rise above the noise, embrace their value, and transform their lives and relationships. Here's the challenge: share this video with one friend who needs to hear it. Don't let him waste another minute chasing what doesn't serve him. Together, we're building a movement of high-value men who lead, inspire, and dominate in every area of life. The time to rise is now. Let's lead, together.